Good afternoon, everybody. This is Eat My Egg Roll coming back with another video on Guild Wars. In this video, I'll be going over the pros and cons of Guild Wars compared to World of Warcraft. Now, before I start, let me introduce myself. I first started playing World of Warcraft when Black Temple was just released. So that was a couple months into Burning Crusade. And then I stopped playing when Wrath came out. And then I started playing again when Season 7 was just about to end. And played all the way to Cataclysm. I hit 85, and then that was it. I never touched it. Never touched it again. Now, I wasn't the raider type. I was the arena junkie. More of the PvP guy. I didn't really care too much about the raid content because I didn't want to spend countless hours trying to progress through, a dungeon. That was just me. I was more of the arena guy. But yeah, enough of that. Let's get started. So in Guild Wars 2, what I love about this game so far is that you have the ability to switch between your main hand and your off weapon set. Your off weapon set. So you have two sets of weapons. For example, I have the staff. And then I also have a scepter and focus as my off weapon set. What is cool is that each weapon that you are wielding grants you different types of abilities. Now, if you're wielding a two-hander, then your 1 to 5 spell are all based on that two-hander. But if you were to use a one-hander and an offhand, then your 1, 2, 3 spells are your main hand, and then your 4, 5 spells are your offhand spells. So each of these can be all different depending on what you decide to wield and what your class has the ability to use. On top of that, every class has a healing spell. For example, I have the Blood Fiend, which I can summon, and then I can sacrifice him to gain health. You have your 7, 8, 9 skills are your utility skills. If you were to click the arrow, it brings up all the skills that are available. And then you just pick whatever you want. For example, I have spectral armor. You can gain life force when you take damage. Or let's see, I have Wall of Corruption, target area pulses, converting boons on foes into conditions. In this game, boons and conditions. Boons is basically your buffs, and then conditions is your debuffs. So you see a lot of conditions build. So a lot of people, they just stack as much debuff as they can on you. There's burning, there's crippled, there's bleeding, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. Right here, vulnerability, weakness, regeneration, poison. Yeah, see all that, blindness. Those are all the debuffs that you're allowed to put on someone. And I believe all of those stack. I might be wrong. I'm not too sure. Yeah. Anyways, then your zero skills, your elite skills. These cost a little more to unlock, but they do a little more. They're a lot cooler, I guess. Another cool thing I like about this game is the traits and skills. In World of Warcraft, you have the usual tree, skill tree that you have to put points in to progress down the tree. This is sort of similar, except it's horizontal, so it's not really a tree. I don't really know what to call it. But anyways, if you were to put points into each of these categories, then it grants you power-ups. For example, if you put a point in, you get increased power and condition duration. And on top of that, if you were to put 5 points into a category, you unlock the first ability. And each category has a different ability. And if you put 10 points in, then you are able to change the skill that you want. For example, right now I'm using gain retaliation for 3 seconds when entering Death Shroud. But then I can also change it to focus skills recharge 20% faster and have increased range. See, it's very customizable. You can customize any build that you want, depending on your play style. And I really like that. Also, your slot skills. These are just your action bar skills. In World of Warcraft, you gain skills depending on what level you are. For example, you reach level 20, you get this spell. Reach level 30, you get this spell. It's very linear, I guess I should say. But in this game, you have the option of unlocking spells in the order that you want to use them, depending on how many skill points you have, of course. For example, when you first start out, you have these spells to unlock, and then I think a couple of these spells to unlock. But then each spell costs a certain amount of skill points that you have to unlock throughout the game. The more you progress through, the more skill points you get, and the more skills that you can unlock. I think eventually you unlock all your spells, but the cool thing is that you being level 5, but then also get a pretty powerful spell somewhere down here that you got to save up for. It just depends on how you want to play it. To get the skill points, you have to either level or find them through the power skill shrine things like these right here. These little blue arrow things are the skill point shrines. So basically you go there and most of the time it's a little event that you have to do, usually kill the guy that's there. But if you do succeed and you complete the quest or whatever, then they grant you a skill point. But the thing is, there's many of them throughout the land. You just got to explore around. You gotta find them. That leads me to my next topic, exploration. Now, in World of Warcraft, you kind of just have to rush through, quests real quick. You don't have to explore the whole area. It's good to do so, but it's not, you don't have to. But in this game, exploration is key, I believe. As you can see on the side, it tells you all of the for example, you have their tasks, the waypoints, point of interest, skill, challenge, vista for that particular zone. For example, I'm in the hinterlands right now, and these are all of the objectives that are on this zone. If you were to 100% complete the task, then you will get a chest, which then grants you a massive amount of EXP, and also grants you some rewards, some items and stuff, which are really good. But yeah, so exploration is key. You want to explore everywhere, unlock everything, because that grants you experience, but also gives you vision of the world. But yeah, don't be afraid to explore, because the world is very big, as you can see. Another cool thing I like about this game is the dynamic events that goes on every so often. Every now and then you see these orange circles that appear. Basically, inside that orange circle is an event that's going on. Usually, kill a boss or something, like a raid type thing. Sometimes when you go there, there's going to be 40, 50 people trying to take down one guy, and it's just massive amount of, spells and stuff going on. It's crazy. Once things gets going, then, it's crazy. Another cool thing about Guild Wars 2 is the overflow server. For example, if you were to play on a very populated server in World of Warcraft, during prime times when you log in, you have to sit in that queue. In this game, there is no queue. What they do is they place you in an overflow server. What that is that technically you're not in the actual server that you're supposed to be in. You're on an overflow server. And basically you can just play like normal. You play like normal. Everything is saved. Everything is just the same. It's just you're not technically on the server that you're playing on until the server frees up or something like that, and then they invite you to join the server once things clear up a little bit, which is pretty awesome. Then you gotta sit in a queue, waste time. I know a couple of people, they don't have enough time because they work a lot, so being able to play in an overflow server is awesome. I like that mechanic. Another cool thing that I like is the inventory. For example, if you were to go mining or logging or picking up food on the ground and stuff like that, if you were to click deposit all collectibles, what that does is it deposits all of your mats that are in your bags into your bank automatically. So you don't have to be at your bank to be able to deposit it. Just click deposit all collectibles and it just sends it to the bank right away. And then you click on compact, and what that does is that it moves all of your items up. So you have all these free space. See? That's awesome. It'll save you time, very convenient. You don't have to run back to town to, deposit when you're full. It's a cool mechanic, and I like that. And another thing that I love so far is the professions. It's the like for example, mining, logging, and picking up the food and stuff off the ground. In World of Warcraft, let's say there was an iron deposit or something like that, an iron ore. People will try to fight over it to see who gets the ores, right? In this game, if you were to find an iron deposit or anything like that, anybody can go there and mine it. So, for example, if a dynamic event just ended and there's like 50 people running around, and they all go towards one iron deposit, each one of those people can mine the ores and not have to share it. Which is awesome because then everybody has their own share of ores. They don't have to fight over it. No complaining or none of that. Which is awesome. But yes, so far this game is awesome. I'm only level 40. I haven't experienced PvP yet. I'm waiting until I get to 80 before I do that. I'm just going at my own pace. But so far the mechanics in this game, I love it so far. One other thing. Another thing they implemented in this game is the rolling system. If you don't know about this, then you should implement it in your game. For example, if you were fighting an enemy and they're about to swing at you or something, you can roll forward. See that? You can roll forward or you roll sideways. Depends on where you press. You use your WASD buttons to dodge, to roll. What you do is you just double tap in one direction and it doesn't roll. But as you can see, there's this yellow bar right here that tells you how many times you can roll. Most of the time, it's just 2 times. I'm not sure if this increases over time or not as you level, but right now it's just 2, and it recharges over time, which is awesome because I'm a Necromancer. I want to stay far back as possible. So if I were to get into, let's say, melee range, then I just roll back and just continue to cast away. Another cool mechanic that they implemented in this game is the casting system. You don't have to stand still to cast like in World of Warcraft. You can move and still be able to cast, which is awesome. For example, here, let me show you. Yeah, see, you don't have to stand and cast. Even though there's a casting time, you don't have to stand and cast, which is awesome because then you're always on the move. You don't have to stand still to cast like good old-fashioned World of Warcraft. You can dodge and spam your skills or whatever and still be on the move, which is awesome. You can dodge attacks. So far this game is crazy. It's fun. I like it. It's new. I can't wait till I get to end game so I can, rate face and PvP. I haven't checked out any of the dungeons yet either, but I hear that they're super hard. That's all I know of it. I haven't tried it yet. I'm just still leveling. But yeah, anyways, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe. And there will be many more videos coming. So if you guys like it, please keep in touch. Thank you very much. See you guys next time.